We got Erosion Bird home, and here's how we did it. First, we needed to tackle a few basic challenges. Icy waters, jumping on boats, trying not to fall off cliffs, you know, the usual. But I had my boy Extra as the mountain Sherpa to guide me on the way. Day turns to night and we get some much needed rest.
Why are my feet like that?
But then something scary started to happen. We kept hearing rustling at the campsite, but it was just our buddy Karma. So now for round 2, we headed on out and got this message. At this point, it gets a little blurry, so I just speed through here and decided to get a couple of dank Erosion Bird videos. We finally get to base camp 2. Things got a little heated between Karma and Extra, but we ended up working things out and getting on to the next round. Another night gone and ready to head on out. We finally make it to this sketchy bridge, and then to the point where, if you saw the last episode, you know what happened. So we attempted to make it past this point, which is why we brought our mountain Sherpa Extra. We were able to squeeze just right and made it through. I decided to enjoy the moment, but then I noticed that Extra and Karma were still behind, so I went to go check on them, and then this happened. Did you see it? Yep, that was Karma, yeeted into space. After mourning Karma's loss, we decided to get moving, till I got to this bridge here. Now this was a real big challenge, and I kept falling over and over again, but eventually I made it through, and without even being able to see. Who would have guessed? So we kept going through, and some basic ladders and things like that, the usual after this point. We finally made it to base camp 3. What a success. Another night at base camp, and we were ready to get moving. Things were going well until, well, this was the last time we saw Extra. My mountain Sherpa wasn't able to make it through the rest, so I had to go on my own. I continued on, and most of the challenges were pretty basic for Erosion Bird. I was determined to get Erosion Bird home until I got to the zip line. Carefully, I kept trying to cross the line, but it was pretty intimidating at the height that you're at. It was a steep drop, and then at one point, this happened. Yep, I fell all the way to the bottom. I took some pretty bad damage there. Most of my health was gone, but I tried one more time, and well, I had fallen off the biggest cliff with 1 bar of health. But we made it. I don't know what happened. Maybe it was a sign from above, but for some reason, the game glitched, and I was okay. Don't believe me? Here's proof. See? Nothing happened. At this point, I noticed I could just climb up to the other side of the mountain instead of going on the high wire and risking my life. Now, with 1 bar of health, every ladder, every fall seemed heart-wrenching until we made it to base camp 4. Honestly, I didn't even know there was a base camp 4 until I saw it. There wasn't anything on the map that recognized it, so I just was shocked. So I rested up and prepared myself to finish the last of the levels. Now there were some still sketchy ladders going on and some steep cliffs, but overall the last of the experience wasn't too challenging. I think I had already lost my heart rate from the eventual fall earlier, but this part, like I said, came pretty easy. And with the support of Karma and Extra still in the back of my mind, I knew that I was going to make it here. Ultimately, this adventure was well worth it. We were able to get Erosion Bird home to his nest, and if you ever get a chance to climb Mount Everest, I recommend it in the game. It's actually really fun. Alright guys, well, don't forget to smash that like button. I appreciate all your support, and y'all have a wonderful evening. All you mischief makers, take care. Yeet!